Meanwhile, behind the facade of this innocent-looking bookstore,
superstition, fear, and jealousy.
Look, I know the supernatural is something that isn't supposed to happen, but it does happen.
Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?
While you were here.
Dance with me. While you were here.
Meanwhile, behind the facade of this innocent-looking bookstore,
Superstition, fear, and jealousy.
Look, I know the supernatural is something that isn't supposed to happen, but it does happen.
Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?
And there we go, killing the music, and ta-da! We are back. And live once more. Ooh, let me pull this down. There we go.
Vampires. Did you unmute yourself?
What's that?
Did you unmute yourself?
Thank you for that reminder, and yes, I did. Thank you very much.
She beat me to asking.
No, I actually do not mind anybody asking me, because if I forget, I usually don't find out until halfway through the stream. So the game is only heard by one half of the audience or anybody that might watch the upload, and it's like they'll hear your responses, but they'll just see me just doing this. So, alrighty.
Maybe they like it better that way.
Funny.
Wow.
Yeah, she was like this all last weekend. I didn't get a break.
So much shade.
Yep. There was so much shade. There was no shade. There was even when I was in shade, I was getting more shade.
I think
there was no
you
reprieve.
Take it as a compliment, because I don't do that to people that I'm not very comfortable with.
There you go.
I'll go with that. And it's on record because it's being recorded. So if I have to pull that up for a quarter record to say, okay, Your Honor, she said this on March the 4th at approximately 7:42 p.m.
And don't mind the bangs.
So
I took them out.
Oh, you took them out?
Yeah.
Still left them in.
She does them for selfies.
They're hard to talk in.
Yeah, I can imagine. All right, so picking up where we last left off. We last left off with everybody just trying to get caught back up, finding out what's going on, kind of going over potential strategies, or as Bush might say, gotta strategize, as to what the next steps might be taken. So, Sophie, since you are the Baron, how are you wanting to handle this? You calling a meeting somewhere for folks to meet, or?
We have a question.
What? Huh?
What did you say?
XP.
Oh,
we got to roll for XP. That's fine. Fine. So we don't have any birthdays, I don't think. Most everybody's birthdays, I think, wind up at the middle of the year towards the end.
Yeah, mine's in June.
So who wants to roll the D4 plus 1?
I'll roll.
Okay.
Nice. Got a 4, so we get 5 total.
All right.
I knew that was why we should have you do it.
Yahtzee.
Yeah.
So back to Sophie being the Baron and needing to have a plan, or at least an idea of what to do. Was the plan to invite everybody to Anzio's yet again? Or are you doing something different this time?
So we had come up with a plan of action. I guess we just finished up our conversation and left Anzio's. How much time has passed? Is it the next night?
We'll say no. It's been 4 nights since then.
Okay, so Sophie's plan was to contact, I don't know if I got to mention this on air. Sophie was going to contact her costumer at the film studio.
Okay.
and ask him about making prosthetics.
Ooh.
Specifically, like to look like Henri's face.
So so then how are you going to phrase that? You obviously don't want to turn around and just say, "Hey, I've got a guy I need you to make a prosthetic of." And because keep in mind, he is not in the know.
I could tell him that we're thinking about a music video.
Oh,
And
you're putting this
wanted
under the
to do
premise of
some-
Paladin. Okay.
Wanted to do some screen testing.
Okay, that's slick. I like that. Okay. So, and I actually just looked at his name.
His name is Derek Matthews.
Yes, I was going to say I just saw his name because I was going through and updating some of my notes, and I remember looking at that, going like, I wonder if he's going to get called up again sometime. Surprise, surprise! Like literally, I was thinking about that yesterday when I was looking at my notes. Okay, so you give a call to Derek, and he picks up. You can hear some stuff going in the background, some buzzing kind of back and forth, almost as if something on maybe a tractor feed or something is going.
A tractor feed?
Yeah, something automatic, kind of going back and forth.
So, Derek, I know it's been a while. I have a potential project for you, if you can spare me some time.
Sure. Sophie, did you have anything in particular in mind?
Yeah, okay, I know I should have looked this up before, but how are you with latex?
Oh,
I mean, not latex fabric, like latex, specifically prosthetics. Like, do you do any like mask making, makeup type stuff, or does one of your cohorts?
I can work on something like that. I'm usually better with fabrics and hard parts than I am more the latex, soft,
Sure.
moving, flesh-like
Understandable.
items. But we do have some people at the studio that could probably do something like that.
We're thinking about doing a sort of a monster mask, and we'd like to do some screen testing. And so if you could come up with like a prototype, but between you, I can send you the image of the look that we're going for. If you could take a look at that and let me know what you could do.
Sure. Did you want me pulling anyone else from the team in, or?
I think keep this as hush hush as possible. I mean, I don't think we need an NDA or anything, but you know how these things work.
Sure, yeah. So just shoot something over to me, and I'll work on something and see if I can get a mock-up for you.
That would be fantastic.
Do you have a date you need it by?
The sooner the better. But
Ooh.
so let me know what you think you can come up with.
Okay, I'll come up with something. I'll shoot you some prices.
Great. Thanks, Derek.
Oh, no problem.
So then I will hang up and take the picture of Henri that the police have, and maybe like have Doug sort of disguise it a little bit so it doesn't look like evidence.
Okay, so so then he goes through and gives you a couple options. He gives Henri a pirate patch.
I mean, we want it to be able to pass for Henri, but like not look like, hey, we pulled this police
Right.
photo.
He ends up giving Henri one of those like the wiry, waxy mustaches.
Okay, this is not what I meant. I was thinking maybe just like, I don't know how widely this photo got out. And, do we have any other views of Henri? I know he doesn't take photographs very frequently.
You're talking to Doug at this point, right? Okay. He did kind of go as the Baron. We could do something like that from the TV show.
That's true. Can you maybe like composite the two images so it looks like it could have been him, but also like maybe not?
I'm not all that great with Photoshop, but I could give it a shot.
Well, if nothing else, then I guess we can just go with the original photo.
So, I mean, he starts working on it. It's going to take him a little bit, but yeah, he starts working on it. It's kind of layering it out and seeing if he can make some adjustments to it or something, or alter it enough to make it look actually a little bit more like the Baron from the TV show.
I don't know if that's gonna work as well as our plan, but we'll see what happens.
Okay.
All right, so I will text the group and say, I'm having a costumer see about making prosthetics that look like Henri, and I'll pass that.
Okay. Was there?
I don't think we have any like immediate business that we need to meet for.
There we go. Actually, there is a there is a text in the chat from Xandria, and she says, "I think we should probably meet."
Did she send that to all of us?
Yeah, she sent it to the main chat. Did you get a separate text that has a picture of a guy? The shot that he's in, he looks a little on the clueless side, but he's got kind of a bushy haircut, more like he probably could have used. Well, he probably could have used a better haircut. Hasn't had one in a while. Kind of wearing a thick coat, and looks like he was on a Honda motorcycle.
Does he look at all familiar to me?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. And that didn't come with. Did it come with like an explanation, or is just this photo?
It was just and it was the photo, and it's got a lead. We'll explain at the meeting.
A reply. Got it. Be there soon.
Okay.
Kiddo.
Did she include a place?
Let's see. The rather than keep going to Anzio's to draw attention there. This time she's suggesting the Willow House.
Keep forgetting about that place.
I know you do. That's why it hasn't been purchased.
Because it's not our place. Well, I thought the Giovanni bought it.
Giovanni basically did, yeah, but they're not really doing anything with it.
Not sure that Ben has ever been to the Willow House.
No, Lily hasn't.
So I'm gonna, if she says Willow House, I'm gonna say, where's that?
The Willow House is the same place where we did Damaris's divorce procedure. If you were there for that.
Ah, got it.
Good way of putting it.
And Lily's gonna do a clueless emoji back.
Sophie will send an address.
Okay.
She gets a thumbs up.
All right. Anything? Is there anyone do anything in particular before you head out?
My wooden doom ritual.
Okay,
And
go
of course,
go ahead and give me a roll. Intelligence and occult.
yep. Wait, I should have this memorized as many times as I do it. One, two, three successes.
Okay. So that is enough. So, respectively, you hop into your own vehicles from wherever your point of origin is at, and you head to your destination, which is the Willow House, which is downtown, the west side of downtown, or sorry, east side of downtown Ashland, in the artsy district, not that far away from the university. The street is blocked off again, conveniently enough. There, the art houses are open right now, kind of doing a, getting close to summer, sort of come look at the art, First Friday sort of thing, for people to get out and socialize and experience outside without being, terrifyingly cold.
Do vampires feel the weather?
Not really.
Okay.
Not unless it's
They would
very
just-
extreme.
They would just dress for the weather to blend in.
Mostly, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gives themselves to breathe. So we have the fog.
Yeah, if you do the blush of health thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Donald is driving, so he'll pull up and Lily will get out of the back.
Okay.
No, I drive myself, and then I park myself, then I get up.
Yeah.
No.
I have a 0 in driving. I have a chauffeur.
Oh. All right, that makes sense.
Sophie
Hence
will
why
also-
she wrecked when you first met her.
Oh, right.
There you go. Yep.
So everyone gets to the. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. There we go. Doink. So everyone gets to the Willow House. There is a small crowd inside currently. The pieces of art have actually been changed from the last time you were here. It's been several months. Most of them now are focused on local artists who have worked with pottery. So there are some, various glazed items that are on there. They've got some nice small lamps to accentuate them, to give them some different colors to bounce off, so on and so forth. Some of them are, masks. Others are busts or just of, a vase or so on and so forth. Just various pieces. There's a sound of jazz going on currently in the background. So that kind of like boom doom 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 doom, and some soft, horn and your bass playing sort of thing. So real nice soft ambiance, nothing too overt or whatnot. They have a bar currently, in operation. Xandria is already there, waiting for everybody as they show.
Okay. Is Andre?
Hi, everyone. Sorry for the notification on such short notice, but I figured you would all want to hear this without it being a text.
That doesn't sound like good news.
Well, I guess it depends upon how you define good and bad news. We found them, or at least we're pretty certain we did.
The founders?
Yeah, we got a very weird tip-off that explains a lot as to why they're able to lay low, and we're kind of kicking ourselves for not thinking about it. Do you remember the Minutemen?
Like
or more,
from history?
right, like the Midnight Ride of Paul Revere?
Think so, sort of.
So they basically have somebody that watches out for them during the day, and they have some sort of one if by land, two if by sea sort of signaling that this individual puts up somewhere to let them know when they rise if it's clear or if there's still danger afoot. And since we didn't know to look for that, we were kind of looking for a needle in an overall haystack. When we got that tip off, however, we think we found where the lights are going off, which means they're going to be somewhere in that radius so they could see it.
Where's it at?
It's an old church on the south side of town. One of our employees, once we got the tip off, narrowed down our search, and we managed to locate two lights that were placed in the tower, the church bell. Now, these lights stood out because they didn't appear to be your typical like lighting that you would find around who would realistically light up a church bell. So these, when we had somebody take a closer look, these lights happened to be like the portable survival lights. Closest thing you could come, I guess, to a torchlight or lanterns.
Interesting.
And the lights were on?
The lights were on, yes.
So theoretically that means don't come out?
We're not too sure if it means come out or don't come out. We haven't figured that part out. But like I said, they're going to be in a very limited radius at this point. They're going to have to be somewhere within the radius of this church with a clear shot to see this building.
Under
Okay.
constant surveillance now?
Yes, it is.
Baron, can you do your thing where you go into your spirit form thing and look around?
Yeah, I could do that. What can you Xandria, can you show us on the map where you think they are?
Yeah, she pulls out her phone and then pulls up the address of the church in question. The church in question is actually the church that you had interacted with a couple of years ago when you did that benefit for them.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Very interesting. That is very interesting. As I recall, Damaris has or had a ghoul that was that worked at that church, and also they had a hunter, a priest who was a hunter who had transferred there, but he sort of disappeared. So I find it very odd choice for them to use that place.
Maybe they didn't know. I mean, it's not like they had a whole lot of advance notice, so they may have just used, or this Paul Revere, let's just refer to him, I guess, what he is, may not have known any better and used it once they found a location to lay down at to send up their signal.
So did you find their lookout, I assume?
We've identified the individual, yes.
You haven't made any moves on him or anything?
No, we have not as of yet. We wanted to bring this to the rest of you first.
Okay. Do you all have any tips for what I ought to be looking for, or should I just kind of poke through the area?
We're all going to be together. They're all probably going to be wearing the same outfit, no matter where they're at.
Did they have a vehicle? I don't remember.
They did, but we thrashed it. So if they do have a vehicle, it's likely
Something unknown to us.
something unknown to us, and more than likely hot.
Okay. How many of them are there again?
There should only be 4 at this point.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna look around for some place out of the way and where it's not gonna look weird for me to be boneless, bodiless.
Just slunched over just lunged over a table, slouched over tables.
Wherever you slouch, I'm guarding and pacing back and forth impatiently.
Okay.
Say too, Lily will be guarding her body.
Okay.
She won't be pacing. She'll just be watching Benjamin.
Okay.
Hey, they spend a wheel. Roll some dice. Ooh. Difficulty 6?
Yes.
6 successes.
So that weightlessness that you've experienced before in the past, you are now kind of looking back and at your body and away from it in a very weird sort of way.
All right, I'm going to head to the church.
You've had a couple memories of situations like this, and none of which at this point have been pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, the nice thing about it is because it's pretty much speed of thought. It's you think about it and you're there. So you zip over to where that church is at. There's only like 2 cars in the parking lot right now. It doesn't look like it's really active by any means. They're probably just staff closing up for the night.
Okay, I'm going to go from the vantage of the bell tower and just kind of like do a visual sweep to see like what kind of area I'm looking for.
Okay. Well, the church is located in a residential area.
Okay.
So everything around you right now are homes.
Are the lamps lit right now?
No, they're not currently.
Okay, well that's not going to be helpful. I thought maybe I would like see how far I could go until they're not visible anymore, but if they're not lit, that's not going to help. This might take a while. Okay, I guess I'll just
Why don't you give me a perception and alertness check, difficulty 8. Okay. So you're kind of hovering up there unseen, in the air by the bell, looking around and trying to gauge your distance or to see what, might seem the most logical. When you faintly hear a latch.
At the church?
But in the tower.
Oh, I'm gonna go like high up on the ceiling so that I can see everything, but like not anywhere close to it.
Okay. You see someone come walking through, and they're doing their darndest to be pretty quiet. If you hadn't have been tipped off to that faint latch sound, you probably wouldn't have expected them either. So it's a guy, heavy coat, kind of resembling the picture that and description that you were given by Xandria.
Of the lookout?
Mm-hmm.
Can I use aura perception?
You absolutely can.
Oh, actually, you know what? If I know this is the guy, let me just jump in his side as dead.
Oh, just skipping straight ahead and going to telepathy.
Why not?
Okay, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Ooh. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Oh, okay. So, whoop, you're right on in. The first thoughts that you pick up on his head is a strong craving for Carl's Jr.'s. Like he is wanting a double Western bacon cheeseburger like crazy.
Okay.
So much so that you kind of go like, I could use some barbecue right now. Like he's really passionate about it, and you being a Toreador, you're passionate about it. You're like, I wonder if I can get somebody to eat some and like feed off of them or something, kind of filing it away in the back of your head sort of thing. You can appreciate his level of enthusiasm towards this particular fast food chain.
I will definitely have to try that later. But for now, I'm just gonna sit tight and like observe.
Okay.
Both visually and mentally.
Okay. So he goes to the light and he clicks both of them on.
Oh.
And then he starts walking back down as quietly as he did before.
Okay, first I'm gonna continue to follow him.
Okay, that's not a problem whatsoever.
Yeah, see where he goes.
You don't even really have to obey the laws of physics. You're just going to pass right, the doors and walls and. Okay, I mean, yeah, you see, it's clear he's been in here enough now at this point, so he's got the timing down and walks exceptionally quiet. So nobody, when he goes through here, even though you don't really see anything, he doesn't make a sound whatsoever. So if there's anybody else on the premise, unless they bumped into him, they're probably not going to know.
And there's nobody else around at the church?
Not from what you've seen. If you want to take a zip around to see, you can.
Sure.
Okay.
Can do that fast.
Okay. Quick like a bunny. Give me another perception alertness check. Difficulty 7 because you're doing a little hastily.
Four.
Okay. So yeah, you end up seeing Jill, aka Jillian, not your Jill.
Is she doing anything?
She's actually going over paperwork right now.
Okay. And she doesn't seem to notice?
Nope. She's over in an office, across the building at this point.
Okay. All right, back to the lookout.
Okay. So you rush back to him, and he's getting on his motorcycle.
Okay. Interesting.
and
what's-
drives away.
What's he thinking about?
Food.
And I really want to know what the actual.
I take it you're following him?
Yeah, well, yeah,
Okay.
but I was trying to think of questions that I could tease his mind with, but so I could somehow find out what the light actually means, and maybe.
You could dig more. You don't have to like give him suggestions.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
No.
Let's do that.
No, remember that's a Marvel thing.
Right. Okay.
This is a little bit more robust.
Okay. Do I need to roll?
Yes. Against a difficulty of 7.
Oh, 3.
Okay. So you dig deeper at this point, and you find out he's actually on his way to Carl's Jr.'s right now at this very moment.
I assume so.
But the one of the last memories you pick up is him at the library, obviously during the day, and he's actually going over city maps.
Anything specific that he was looking for?
In fact, yes, you did find one. You found what appears to be, it wasn't actually on the map. He had to cross-reference it with the existing roads. But at one point in time, Ashland attempted to basically tunnel through part of the mountain and take it out around the backside to help alleviate part of the congestion from the freeway that runs straight through town. So they were trying to basically make another route to come in and out of Ashland, or at least for a section of it. Kind of like a tunnel expressway, in a sense.
Why was he looking at that?
Great question. Want to roll again?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. And of course that's a 1. Okay. 1 success.
Okay. You don't get a whole lot, but you get the impression of a boneyard.
Ew. Well, Sophie doesn't know anything about that, though.
Nope, Sophie has not encountered that. Does Sophie have Sabbat lore?
Nope.
Okay.
She doesn't even have Anarch lore.
Oh, nice. Great job, Baron. She's like, I just got this title.
On there.
She's like, I just got this title. I read a book by Glenn Beck, and I think I'm warranted to become a Baron. It works. You know, it's independent.
Brittany's going to spend some XP.
Yes. Good idea. With
Okay.
all that you've done, you could definitely qualify for some Anarch lore.
I might even qualify for a little Sabbat lore. Maybe just like 1. Maybe. I mean,
given your interactions or like the stuff that you've been, yeah. You've had several. You've had a couple interactions and clashed with him several times. Yeah.
And the things that Damaris has talked about randomly.
Yep.
Right. Anyway, okay, so what is a boneyard? Okay, I'm gonna zip over and see what that tunnel looks like.
Okay. You will lose sight of him, obviously, so
Right,
you will have to try and find him again.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's going to
You know exactly where he's going.
If I'm fast.
Right. Okay. So go ahead and give me, because you're going someplace new, perception alertness difficulty 8. You got the idea of where to go based upon the map and his thought.
Four.
Okay. Took you a little bit longer than anticipated, but you did find it. It's been sectioned off and blocked, because it doesn't appear to have been finished.
While I'm here, I'm gonna turn in the direction of the church, and can I see the lights from here?
Oh no.
Oh.
No, it's too far out.
Okay.
No, those little lights. You're not going to get anywhere near that this far.
Okay.
Now that you've had a chance to look around, you're about a mile out of town, and in fact, this tunnel goes underneath. Why am I having such a hard time with names tonight? Terrence Hill. There we go.
Ooh. That is good to know. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick look around.
Okay, so there are lights on the inside of here because obviously it's a tunnel system that the city has been working on.
Like how recently?
I mean, it's still fairly recent. It's not like split wood and whatnot. It was a pretty big undertaking, and the signs they've got marked off. It doesn't. It still says under construction. So presumably, it likely stopped. They stopped construction at some point, probably when Ashland started having financial problems.
Okay. Do I see anything remarkable?
Why don't you zip it down to the other end and look around? The tunnel itself is not finished off. So at one point, like the paved road kind of stops and it's just dirt. And then you go a little bit further back, and then it's just you got the steel beams and whatnot, and the skeleton of the inside, so that they could keep burrowing and taking it back. And they've still got machines parked back here for that purpose. But the tunnel itself doesn't appear to be completed, at least not for vehicles.
So I don't see any people here.
Nope. Yeah, definitely no people.
Any signs that there was anything not official?
Why don't you give me another check? Difficulty 9. 9.
1.
Okay, so you are busy looking. So, Ben, you are kind of pacing back and forth at the Willow House. You're starting to draw some attention. People aren't quite too sure if it's too much coffee, if you are waiting for somebody or what, but you're starting to stand out a little bit to some of the crowd there, but not like you're throwing a fit. So it's more of a spatially aware, like somebody seems agitated, but so they're just kind of keeping an eye out. When you see someone come walking in to the Willow House, slender woman, long black hair, kept back, and there's a nice kind of hairpiece in it. Very classy, business-looking woman. White, pale skin, but not more porcelain-looking, kind of like early Taylor Swift skin color. So not unhealthy, just probably doesn't spend a lot of time in the sun. She has kind of a a clutch, tucked away at her side. The suit, just as your eye catches it, it stands out from in here, even though it's a business suit. It's the type you would expect somebody who has a lot of wealth, not just the type that goes into an office. So it's a tailored. It stands out from everything else that's here.
Okay.
Most people here are casual, or if they're dressed up a little, it's like a business casual sort of thing, just kind of nice, but not, super ritzy or whatnot. It's college kids after all.
Okay.
And she is walking in the direction of your group.
Taking a look at her, can I tell, just like by her gait, the complexion and all that, if it's likely that she's a vampire or just kind of like a very pale human?
You could take a guess at it if you don't have like auspex. Do you have awareness?
I do have a point of awareness.
Okay, give me a perception and awareness check.
Difficulty 6?
Yes, we'll go difficulty 6.
One success.
Hard to say, but not out of the ballpark.
Okay. Does it look like she's... Probably not, but does it look like she's carrying any weapons on her or anything?
If she is, it's pretty well hidden.
Okay.
It's not like obvious, like, I'm open carry sort of thing. It's nothing obvious like that.
Okay. Then I stop pacing, and then I just kind of stand there and cross my shoulders, facing her, waiting for her to approach.
Okay, so she approaches and looks at everybody there. At that point, Xandria stands up as well. With the approach, and she says, "Benjamin, correct?"
Who's asking?
And she extends her hand, and she says, "My name is Isabel Giovanni."
Pleasure, I suppose. I go ahead and take her hand.
Okay.
And shake.
She says, "It would seem that your friend, Miss Lower, is..." kind of looks down at her. "Elsewhere?"
Yeah, she's preoccupied. What can we do for you?
It's a personal matter, but I can wait.
Oh, you have business with her?
I do, yes.
Yeah, give her a few. She's working something out here.
Very well. And she looks to the others, and she says, she looks to Xandria, and she says, "Miss Cummings." And Xandria's like, kind of like looks back and forth, and she says, "Ms. Giovanni." And then she just looks to Lily, and she says, "You would be new."
Be correct.
She says, "Well, if you did not hear, my name is Isabel Giovanni." She extended her hand to you as well.
Really kind of gonna pause for a moment, like she's thinking,
Okay.
and then she'll take her hand.
Okay.
You can call me Miss Adams.
Miss Adams. She thinks for a minute. Clan Tremere, correct?
I'm impressed. Was it the garb that gave it away?
No, it's just my business to know. And so she, politely sits down, and somebody who is, assisting with the bar comes over and asks anybody for their drinks, and she says, "I'll have a Mai Tai." Xandria is just like, tea, please.
Yeah, the rest of us are fine, I think. Thanks, though.
And he goes, all right. So he goes off to go get the drinks.
Stop him. I'll take a rum and coke.
Rum and coke. All right. Come right up.
After he's like out of earshot, I look around and I'm like, I must be the weird one here. Really? All right.
Practice.
Ugh. I guess. A lot of practice, apparently.
Definitely comes in handy when you're doing business dealings.
I guess it depends on type of business.
Well said.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, Miss Giovanni, we've got a lot from your clan just kind of hanging out and passing through. What do you do exactly?
Let me put this in nomenclature I think you will understand. You could probably refer to me as a fixer.
All right.
I have dealings with a great many individuals, one of which is Miss Lower.
Right
when
then.
she deigns us with her presence, and she kind of pokes her with her finger, and of course, Sophie doesn't react, and she's like, oh, okay, she gets it. She already understands likely what, not necessarily what she's doing, but what she's doing, sort of thing.
Right then.
Sophie, so you are really digging in and trying to find this tunnel, and it dawns on you that when you get so far into mining, you have to make sure that there are air shafts. There has to be a way for people to, for air to flow. And that's when you end up finding something that was actually pretty skillfully hidden.
Okay.
And it's a shaft big enough for somebody to crawl through.
Curious.
And not a small person either. It's decent sized.
Where does it go to the outside?
Okay, so you kind of follow it around, and you can see that it ends up dropping into a mine shaft. At one point, it's a little ways back. It's not like something that these guys would have accidentally hit. So whoever was carving out this tunnel probably kept those in mind. Whoever made this here, however, probably knew what they were doing. And then from that, the mine shaft kind of goes back a little ways, and when it dead ends, it ends up, it looks like there was another modification done. Big enough for somebody to come in, and it leads to the outside past the mountains, on the other side of the mountain.
Does it look like anybody has used this passage?
Well, given the fact that it's connected to the tunnel, you don't know if it's been recent, but it's definitely been used. It doesn't match the makings of the mine shaft or this expressway tunnel.
Okay, I guess I'll just file that away for later, and then go back to Carl's Jr. Find Mr. Munchmouth.
All right. So you go back to the Carl's Jr. That's there, and he has got himself two separate meals. Large sized of the double Western bacon cheeseburger. So like 2 sets of fries, 2 drinks, 2 hamburgers. And by the time you get back, he's already killing one of them. Just going straight through it.
Try and get inside his mind and find out basically where his bosses are,
Okay.
or like some kind of a clue that will narrow it down for me.
All right, go ahead.
Oh my gosh, I got 3 10s.
Nice.
7 success.
Woo! Woo-hoo! Okay, so you can tell that in conversations that they've had with him, because you can see they've had conversations with him, they're careful not to reveal their exact location to him. But in one of the memories, he just couldn't help himself, and he turned around and looked at one point, and you end up seeing a house that looks like it's for sale. That could be the one. You'd have to go back to the neighborhood to narrow it down to find out which one it was. But you've got a real good, like in your mind, you've got a real good shot of the realtor sign itself and kind of like what the front of the place would look like.
Okay, I'll go check it out.
Okay. Zoom. Go ahead and give me another. At this point, it's going to be wits and perception. Difficulty 7.
Wits and perception?
Or, sorry, wits and alertness.
Okay.
I got it.
One.
All of those good rolls.
Hey, I'm not as witty as I am at perceptive.
So it takes you longer than you anticipated, but
Did you say alertness or awareness?
Alertness.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so it took you longer than you anticipated, especially in the dark. But you did manage to find the house that's for sale. It's maybe 2 blocks over, and normally that wouldn't be good enough to see the light in the tower, given the fact that there's some trees and whatnot. But directly in front of this house is an open lot. Looks like they may have torn down the building or something, and that gives that between those two. That gives a great shot of the tower. So if somebody was to stand there and you stare enough, you would actually see the little flicker of the light in the tower.
Can I go inside?
The house? Yes. You don't have to knock.
I'm not gonna.
So you go inside. There's nothing in here. It's just several rooms and floorboarding and whatnot. There's nothing in here, as far as appliances or home furnishings. It's just a house for sale. 2-story, 3-bedroom.
There's no people in here?
Mm-mm.
Is there a basement?
So you just instinctively sink down wherever it is you're at. And yes, there is a basement.
In the basement.
The basement, however, is completely dark.
Okay. Or perception.
Okay.
Six.
Okay. So you have taken quite a bit of time at this point and scanned all around the house and stared and looked for, auras or whatnot. The only aura you're picking up is obviously the electricity in the walls, which would give a little bit of a glow to it. But other than that, there's nothing in here that you can tell.
Dang it. Okay. Can I reach? Am I close enough to be able to reach the Willow House telepathically from here?
No.
Okay, then I'll. Can I do Spirit's Touch in this form?
No.
Okay.
Because you can't touch anything.
Right, that makes sense. That's what I figured. Can I examine the lot?
Sure.
Maybe there's... Or also, like, are there any cars in front of that house?
There's no cars in front of either. But you can check out the lot.
Yeah, I'll check out the lot. Just, I don't know. Heightened eyesight, I
Sure.
guess.
Go ahead. Four. Okay. So you go over there and kind of stare and look around. Although the ground looks like it's been kind of it's stirred and whatnot, you can pretty plainly see at one point at least a pair of boots or shoes that leave the lot and come back to the lot, but like they don't go anywhere. It's like they just kind of stop somewhere in the middle.
Can I try?
And of course, there are others. But there are smaller feet. Look like they're probably children that may run through here sometimes too.
Can I try aura perception on the lot?
Sure.
Keep forgetting what I'm rolling. One success.
Okay. You're not picking up any aura or anything from here.
Okay.
Which would make sense, because if it's nighttime, they're probably not here.
Well, but if they were waiting for the lantern. Okay. I'll head back to my body.
Okay. So you instinctively come back. Benjamin is actually pacing behind you at this point. Everyone else looks like they're enjoying drinks, and Isabel is there.
Yeah, I'm gonna like sort of half fall out of my chair.
Okay.
And say, Miss Giovanni, and then like catch myself.
Sophie, good of you to join us again.
What are you doing here?
I think you know why I'm here.
Well, in a manner of speaking. Could you give us a moment?
Of course. We still have roughly an hour.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up the area on my phone.
Okay.
And point to it and tell Ben that I think there's something about this lot or the house. They're not in the house. Nobody's in the house, but It's a great view to the tower, and I got this location from the mind of their servant. So I think there's something about this area, but I couldn't find anything myself. So maybe some further investigation.
Right. The lights, were they on?
He turned them on while I was watching.
Okay. Do
Um,
you think he somehow noticed you or no?
no, no, I'm sure he didn't. He was focused on his dinner. Also, for further reference, I don't know what this has to do with anything, but this servant had been in the library today looking through Ashland maps, and apparently was checking out some unfinished tunnel that they'd been building through the mountain by the highway. And I went there and checked it out, but like I found a suspicious tunnel, but there was nobody there. I'm just guessing maybe that was some method of egress from the city that we're gonna want to have watched.
Right. Do you know what's down the tunnel? Did you look down it or anything?
It's just it looks like it's just a way to get in the city from the other side of the mountain. The tunnel was it's a sort of unfinished road project, but I don't know. We'd have to poke around to find out how recently they stopped construction.
Right.
But in the meantime, I don't know. I think this field or the house is worth checking out.
Got it. I pull out my phone and I go to see if there's anything like in local Ashland news, any articles about like any recent killings. Has any of that happened?
No, there's nothing like that. However, there is a child that's gone missing.
Okay. Description of the child?
Um, Girl, presumably mid-teens, somewhere between 13 to 15. Sorry, because no, they've got an alert on her, so she's like 14. She has dishwater blonde hair, blue eyes. She's been missing now for 2 days.
Okay.
Last known location was actually not too far away from Lithia Park.
Okay. From my background and knowing what I know of the founders, would she match like generally who they'd go for a victim, more or less?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so something cute and innocent.
Okay. They might already be doing what they're doing. All right. If they weren't there, and they've taken this girl. They could be either taking them to a different location. It's hard to say. Lost their track for so long. Hard to know if they've changed up their methods. Decades ago, they did the killings at the house, but might be different now. All right. That's all you're able to find when you're out there?
Yeah, nothing definitive. I haven't seen any sign of them specifically, but I saw the servant. I could probably find him again if I needed to, or yeah, maybe.
Well,
You know
Ms.
where
Lower,
he's-
Ms.
rides
Lower,
up-
if we can get there quietly enough, I can review the site to see if I can get any sort of residual psychic impression.
That's what Xandria says.
Mhm.
Okay, I was like, Isabel.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth a try. For sure.
Right.
Do you guys want to head over there? I need to speak with Isabel.
Yeah,
Curious
sure.
to see what's
I'll just
over there.
I'll just catch up if I can, or hopefully meet up with you later, or I'll call.
Okay.
Right. Ben
Okay.
is already pacing away.
Yeah. So
Lily's gonna have to run after him.
So
Don't have a car.
Xandria calls that in to let Trudy and the team know what's going on, and she drives out with you guys to go there. When you go to the location that she's marked down, give both of you give me perception and awareness checks.
Awareness, not alertness.
Yes.
Okay.
So awareness is more spiritual and alertness is more physical, right?
Yep.
Basically.
Yep.
Oh, target number?
6.
I got 3 10s and 2 more successes.
Okay. Do you have a 4 or higher in either one of those?
Yeah, they're both 9s. The other 2. So I got 3
No,
10s
a
and
4
2 9s.
a 4 in either
Oh, yes.
perception or
Perception.
okay. All right. So your
Okay.
10s explode to 2.
Yeah, so that's 2, 4, 6, 7. So
All right.
8.
So you two are keeping a pretty sharp lookout as you guys pull up to the neighborhood. It's still quiet and pretty serene. It looks like Beaver Cleaver could live down the street. I mean, it's really nice, with the exception of the lot, obviously. You know, everything here is really nice. Neighborhood, does a good job of keeping their streets clean. They've got the sign "Neighborhood Watch," going on out here. And Xandria, kind of looks around and makes sure her gun is at the ready. And she says, I need you two to keep a lookout because while I'm examining this, I'm not going to be able to, be spatially aware. So keep me covered.
Got it. No problem.
And then she takes a moment, focuses herself, and starts to look. I legitimately rolled 3 10s off that.
Nice.
Woohoo.
3 10s going tonight.
Yeah.
You're next.
Wow, she got every one of her dice except for one is a success. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good
Oh my
lord.
god.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, those 10s
Sees
really pulled
everything.
out. Yeah. Yeah, so she like looks alarmed as she, as like the flood of information is, coming into her.
She sees the building of the house.
Yeah, that used to be, which technically she could have given this type of psychic phenomenon. And she says they sleep here during the day. They meld with the ground.
In the lot?
Yes. And then she says the child was with them tonight.
Can you tell where they took her, or if they still have her or anything?
They picked up another van and she, motions north from where you guys are at. They drove down the street. They're not dressed like they're normally dressed.
Shit.
Yeah, that kind of makes it harder to point them out.
Well, if I get close enough, I'll know what one of them looks like.
Yeah, they look like joggers. They've got just, jumpsuits and hoodies.
Okay.
And the girl's with them.
The girl is with them, yes.
Did she act like she was under any duress, or
She was being shoved around, but no, she may be under their influence.
so maybe they've schooled her?
Hard to say. A little different
she's
from what they usually do.
Or she's a blood doll.
They can all merge with the crowd. Holy shit. We know at
Isn't
least
that-
2 of them can turn into mist.
Isn't that a gangrel ability?
Yes.
Right.
So we know that we're dealing with probably at least one gangrel, because he could have taught the others. Want to head
Right.
north?
Does she
That's
have a
what we got.
license plate?
Were they walking? No, you said they got into a van.
Yeah, they
What
got
color
into
van?
the van is it looks like one of those terrible 80s vans with the fake wood adhesive and whatnot.
Are you able to see the license plate?
I was able to make out a couple of digits, yes.
Ben, don't you have contacts?
Haven't had the time to make that yet. Gotta do that soon, but it's been focused on this. Well, if we've got some info, let's head north. Maybe we can catch them.
I agree.
We don't have the manpower to take them.
No, but we can kind of tell them.
We can save the girl.
Okay, just so long as that's the objective. But and I hate to be the one to point this out, but if we tip our hand that we know they're there, they may bolt.
Can
And unfortunately,
get the manpower?
I was about ready to say, unfortunately, part of our manpower is still down from the last fight. But I think I could make a call.
I mean, if we don't stop him, she's probably dead.
Okay, let me make a call. Let's get in the vehicle and at least get out of sight in case they come back. Okay, so she makes a call. Trudy, you get a call from Xandria, and she says, "Ms. Maxwell, I'm in a pinch. I need your advice."
What have you got?
We've confirmed, and where this pack is laying for the day, they have an innocent girl with them. We presume that they're going to do her harm. We don't have the manpower to take them. The group that I'm with is at least concerned to try and obtain, and you can hear her relaying at least this part of it to Trudy. We don't have the manpower to take them out, and if we attack, it's going to tip our hand. But they at least want to try and save the girl. I don't know what to do. What do you want us to do, ma'am?
I don't want to be the one to decide this.
Well, she's just looking for advice.
Could you distract them somehow so that they let the girl go? Maybe sabotage their place of rest, or never mind, dominate's not going to work on them. Oh, wait. No, but Trudy doesn't know the servant guy. so she couldn't dominate him. But also, if they are thwarted, they might not go to the same sleeping place. So that's your trouble there. I'd say tail them and see if you can find them where they're going, and then I don't know.
We're outnumbered and presumably outmanned at this point, ma'am. If you give me the order, I'll go in. Do you think a Gale would be okay? Can you ask something like this of her?
I think she would be happy to step in against these heathens. I'd certainly give her the option.
Do you have any favors you can call in? I wouldn't ask this, ma'am, but you know we're down.
Dang it, Jerome.
That's what happens when you play powerful politicking characters.
Yep.
That's how they get most of their stuff done.
Yeah.
It's a little give and a little take.
Well, at this point, it's been a couple of weeks, right? So
It
they would have been
not since the fight.
I mean,
No.
but Trudy's people aren't strong enough to handle that fight in anyway. I don't know if we want to send in the Giovanni again. It's not their fight. She'll certainly ask Agea.
You have somebody else you can ask.
We do have a Giovanni.
I'm blanking.
He was blasé.
No, I have no idea.
Dale does.
I'm actually.
No, Dale was just
sure
yeah.
either.
Dale just
I have no idea.
you met him elsewhere. In San Francisco. And he's been working with Helena.
What?
Wow.
He's not even in town, as far as Trudy knows.
That's actually not true.
Well, Trudy did not see him.
No, but she does know he's there.
She knows that he was going to contact her once he was there.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. You have a couple of options out there depending upon how you want to play it.
Trudy's going to consult her people and see if they know of anyone that they could throw at him. Them.
Okay.
And maybe Trudy's people have been in contact with him.
Okay. So then you guys hear Xandria kind of discussing this a little bit with Trudy and kind of going back and forth on this as you guys pull over on a side street and park and turn the lights off on the car so it's not like obvious. So back to Sophie. So Isabel, looks at her watch and she says, "So we still have about 45 minutes.
What is so urgent? What are you?
You will want to collect your things.
What are we doing?
You're repaying your debt.
I know
and
that.
We are going to Venice.
I'm sorry, what?
Venice.
I I don't have a passport.
You're undead, dear. Of course you don't have a passport.
Okay. How long will we be there?
Undetermined. But we really do need to catch this flight.
Can I bring my husband?
I would imagine he's going to come with, even if you said no.
Try not to leave
He is the
country
reason you are owing this debt, so I
In-
would imagine it's apropos.
Okay. Where should I? He can pack for me. I'll just tell him to meet us.
That's actually a wise choice.
Okay. I'm gonna go make a phone call.
She says, I will be waiting out front in the car.
So, Sophie's gonna call Colin
Okay.
and fill him in on this and sort of try and tell him briefly what to bring.
Okay. And he says, I'm so Venice.
Apparently,
Okay. I'm presuming they have their own way over, so I'm going to pack a few extras as quickly as I can.
yeah, I don't know how much of this is going to be combative, but I mean, it's probably wise to bring the kitchen sink if we can. I don't know.
I'll be bringing your sword and your knives.
Okay.
So you're going to the airport right now?
She didn't say where to meet, did she?
She's going to be en route to the airport.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I will get there as soon as possible.
And Sophie will also text the group and say, sorry, I have to pay back a debt, apparently in Venice. We'll be in touch. Good luck.
Gonna look at Ben with what?
Yeah, that's brand new. No idea. I guess that's with that Isabel. That's what that was about. Don't know why she's going though.
Huh.
Neither
So
does.
we're kind of on our own. Mommy is going on vacation.
That's fine. The Baron isn't everybody. I mean, really, as far as the Anarchs go, Barons are supposed to be like guides, mentors. They can ask. They don't order. We're not the cams.
I know, I'm still getting used to it.
You like it?
Yeah.
We get to choose how we die rather than being forced into getting yourself killed.
Yeah. I was tired of being the cannon fodder for my sire.
So
Good on you for leaving.
Xandria turns to the two of you and she says, I think I may have at least one person to help. We're still trying to determine if there's going to be anybody else.
All right. Good.
Give me one more second. So
Sure.
You go to your people, Trudy, to figure out, who's there or what they can pull to. The only other suggestions they have is Troy, because Helene has been working with him, and outside, of course, outside of Giovanni, because you already know that.
Right.
and Damascus.
I mean, I can let him know, see if he wants to play. So she'll tell Damascus, and she'll, I guess, call Troy, and probably text Malcolm just so he knows.
Okay.
And then, I mean, Trudy wouldn't mind coming to play, suppose.
Okay. Okay, so she says, I think I've got us some help. I'm texting the group where we're going to be. We need to find them, however. So I guess it's up to you guys to decide what it is we're gonna do. If we're gonna try and take these guys out, or I don't think we're gonna have the manpower for that. Trudy did recommend finding a sneaky way to get the girl away, so that way we don't tip our hand. I don't know how sneaky everybody here is, but
I can be quite sneaky. In fact, I can be so sneaky that I'm not seen.
okay.
Better than me. We need to fight him. I'll do it, obviously. But we've got to find out what they're doing with that girl.
Yeah. Because if she's a blood doll, that's... Especially if she's unwilling to be one. Even I don't even approve of that.
I know
Okay.
the Baron can do this, but either of you, like, look in their heads or anything?
Oh, no, I don't have that capability. Mine's kind of like a more powerful, stationary, I guess you'd call it a spirit's touch.
Okay.
Yeah. And me, I was more of a Tremere assassin than... So, I can't help you there. Sorry, hun.
Oh, you're going to want to keep that quiet. One of our friends has a strong distaste for Tremere.
Which friend?
The flying one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know who she... Yeah. I've seen her. Yeah. They
Right.
all don't like us.
So,
I...
Xandria gives you a location then, Trudy, as to where to meet up at this point, so they can try and coordinate. Gwen tells you she's already patched into the network still because of everything you guys have been trying to do. So she's going to be looking on the cameras to try and find the van.
Excellent. I was going to ask her to do that.
Well, let's go,
Man,
Ben.
it's a good hair day, but I should pull it back for Trudy.
Have some change.
I don't even have a thingy with me.
Don't even have a thingy. What kind of thingy?
Thingy to put my hair back.
Oh, hair tie. Gotcha.
I mean,
The red thingy's
Whatever.
headed towards the green thingy.
Yeah, I think we're the green thingy. Such a good movie.
Yeah.
that is a great movie.
I first watched that. I know, kind of sidetracked, but I first watched that right after watching Trekkies. So it
Oh,
made
nice.
it like that much better. It was just like so amazing.
Let's go, Ben.
Yep.
I guess we'll figure it out on the way.
At least we can see what's going on. Try to stay far back. Look for that van. And them.
Yes.
All right. So she sets the phone on the dash and puts it on speakerphone. She says, "Gwen, you're on speakerphone, so let us know when you got something." She says, "Rightio, neighbor. I'm still working on that." So you said wood panel adhesive on a van, so like that 1980s garbage we're looking for. She says, "Yeah," and she gives the couple license plate numbers she had. She's like, "Do we have anything else outside of the fact they've got a girl with her?" They're all going to be in like jumpsuits. So think Dago chic. And she's like, you understand that, Ms. Maxwell, and she says, "Oh yeah, Russian chic. Russian mafia chic."
Are these like track suits or just regular jogging suits?
Yeah, it's like the track suit with with a hoodie and whatnot. So
Yeah. Okay.
Tracksuit Mafia.
yep.
Soprano.
So she pulls the vehicle over in a parking lot at this point, waiting for Trudy to catch up at this point. And Agaya is with you. Obviously, she would have come.
All right, let's see what we got.
So she says, "Gwen, you got anything?" She says, "I think I found something. A YMCA? Hang on a second. Yeah, YMCA. Maybe 4 blocks west from where you're at. I don't know if it's the right one, but I don't know why many people would be at the YMCA at this hour." She's all right. Keep an eye out for that. We'll let you know what we've got. And she sends a text to Trudy.
Man, I gotta change out my dice. All right, so we're meeting up at the YMCA, or we're heading over there.
Heading towards the YMCA.
Okay. Did any of my people call back?
Troy ended up messaging back, letting you know that he's in town, and that, of course, he's been working with Helena. If for some reason you didn't already know that.
I'll ask him if he would care for a little action.
Tempting, but not at this moment.
Oh. How about a support role?
So he sent a text back. How support?
I'm not sure how you work, but we need to get a young girl away from these folks. So anything you can do to get her out of the picture would be an improvement on our plan.
I may be so inclined. Price?
I'll make it up to you.
A favor, then. Very well. Where?
I'll send him the address.
Okay. I will be nearby shortly. So, you drive across town, sticking to red and green lights, I take it, or are you showing some urgency?
Well,
Which group?
I'm just asking in general. How would you prefer to take this?
He's driving, so
I'd be urgent. It wouldn't be slamming through red lights or anything, but I'd be making sure to get through all the yellow lights.
Okay. So pushing it, but not at but trying to avoid dangerous levels. Okay.
Right.
All right. So you cross town and ignore some of the yellow lights, getting there in about 20 minutes later.
Looking around for any sign of them, the van, anything like that.
You do see a van that fits the description that Xandria provided.
Okay.
does it
Is
have the
outside?
letters, the license plate? Does it match what?
Give me a perception alertness check.
We'll do that too.
Okay.
Difficulty 6, I take it?
Yeah.
I got nothing because I got 2 ones.
Oh.
Also nothing. Bad roll.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You don't have a clear shot at it from where you're at and where it's parked. You do see that there are some lights on in the Y, but not very many.
Are there like any other cars parked in the Y's parking lot, or just the van?
There are 3, yes.
Okay.
But it's hard to tell if it's like closing staff or if it's people that are actually here doing something, but most of the Y does appear to be closed.
This is a weird question, but what weapon do you have with you?
I have a stake, a knife, and a pistol. You?
Let me see your knife, please.
Hand you my knife.
Okay. Just gonna take it and do burning blade on it.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Five.
Okay. So she takes a moment and says something in Latin of some kind and enacts a ritual on that blade.
So it's gonna do, I think, if I remember right, it's either ag or lethal. I can't remember off the top of my head. I have to look.
Well, it's a knife. It would have already done lethal.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll look it up and let you know.
Thanks. All right. Holster that thing. Let's see. We can at least get a look at the van. They figure something out.
So what ends up happening is the blade is flickering with like a green light at this point, at least while it's unsheathed. Oh, you need to spend 3 blood points too, by the way, Shelley.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Yeah,
a
I've
lot of
taken them
blood.
off. Yep. But it's a good blade.
The blade is going to inflict aggravated damage on all supernatural creatures for the next few successful attacks. 1 per success rolled, so 5 in this point.
Yep.
And the so basically, each attack is going to do, like, if you strike, it's going to do 1 aggravated damage, but it is unhealable. It cannot be soaked.
Okay.
Or I should say, it can be healed normally, but it cannot be soaked. So while you're only going to do 1 aggravated damage, they don't have a way of utilizing their fortitude to absorb it.
Okay, and that's addition to like the normal damage that the knife does itself?
No, it would just be
No.
one ag damage.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right. Gotcha. Okay.
So in a way, that makes it much more potent. So you have 5 attacks right now with that will potentially do up to five aggravated damage.
Right. Okay.
And it doesn't go away until you've used them all.
Right.
Awesome. All right. So I park probably across the street so as not to draw like too much attention that we're like looking for this van.
Okay.
And then I want to approach the van, trying to like keep it between me and like any of the windows or whatever in the Y. Because I'm just assuming they're in the Y right now.
Okay.
Me disappear and see if I can't get close without being detected.
Okay. While you're doing that, Xandria is going into the trunk and putting on a vest and getting out an HK MP9.
I stop and look at her like, how many other toys you got in there?
She says, I have 2 that won't help the masquerade much.
They've got the girl. We can't risk that. All right. Well, good. Suit up.
Lee's gonna head towards the van. She wants to look inside and see if the girl's in there, but she's obfuscated.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your Dex and Stealth. Trudy, I take it you're taking a moment to get your weapons ready and whatnot.
Yeah, probably should do that.
With all that training that you've had now.
Mm-hmm.
Out on the range.
Home on the range.
And Gaia also vanishes to go up front.
Thick and yeah,
What?
6 successes.
All right. So you vanish and sneak up towards the Y. Basically, the building is kind of like 2 buildings, one going long ways, one going, basically one is on one side of the building, kind of in an L shape, I guess would be a good way to put it. The other one going, north, south.
Was anybody in the van as I passed it?
What's that?
Was anybody in the van?
No.
Okay.
And then around the Y, like on the outside and the back is our courts for shooting hoops and whatnot. But there's some bushes, nice grass, trees and whatnot. It's got kind of its own little lot/park that it's at, with buildings just past that, just out of eyesight due to tree cover and whatnot. As you get up to the building, you don't see anything at first. As you're kind of looking into windows, because most of them are dark. When you get up near one of the ones that has some light, however, go ahead and roll. Pardon me. It's been a long week. Go ahead and roll perception and alertness. Difficulty 7.
We both did this?
Did you sneak up there?
I guess I'm headed first to the van to see like what I can take a look at within, see if I can like open any doors.
Sure,
see
go
what's
ahead.
going on.
You can do that. Yeah. Okay, 2.
Man, still nothing.
Okay. Well, the one thing you do note is no one's in the van.
Okay.
So you get up there and you have 2 successes. You look in the inside, and you can see the girl is actually suspended above the pool, by her wrists, and she is being lowered in.
Shoot a real quick text to Ben to let him know what I'm seeing.
After reading that, I'm rushing over to where she's at.
Unfortunately, you don't know where she's at because she vanished.
Oh, damn. Okay, I rush towards the entrance of the Y.
Okay. The entrance is locked, and it does have a closed sign showing.
Okay. Can I see into the windows or whatnot to see what's going on in there?
Yeah, perception and alertness. You're at the front of the Y at this point, though.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 9 successes.
Wow.
Alright.
Okay. So from the front of the front office area that you're looking in, which is not where she's at, but from the front office where you're looking at, you can see what appears to be an arm and a hand coming out from behind the front desk. It's your typical front desk. It's got like pictures and ads and whatnot of probably presumably activities that the Y has going on, and a couple of trophies from sponsored teams and so on and so forth. But it looks like there may have been somebody who was felled or something behind the desk from what you can tell. You can also see that there are lights coming from deeper in the Y from the front, but you can't really make out where it's at.
Okay.
Just that it's down a hall.
I'm gonna see if I can. Is the lock like a typical lock, or is it like electronic or something?
No, it's actually like a typical lock and key.
Okay, I'm gonna try see if I can pick it real quick.
Have at it.
Okay. Okay. Larceny, dexterity.
And that, is there any doors close by where she's at to the pool? Like, is there like a patio?
You could
Sunny
check.
patio?
You can check, but definitely not where you're currently at.
Okay, so I'm gonna check and look for an entrance.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception alertness again as you go along the sides looking for another way in.
1.
And assuming it was difficulty 6, 2 successes.
All right.
Okay, 3.
Okay. Looking inside, you may be able to get into the Y from above, like from a skylight in the pool area, but obviously there's nowhere really to go from there. When you go towards the back where the courts are at, if you're able to get through the door, either pick it or break it or whatnot, there is the entrance there. But it's those big, double door looking things like you would normally find at schools and whatnot.
Because I usually have like a sunning area.
Hey, what's up, Cool Imp? What's going on, Justin?
I can try to pick the lock. I mean, I don't have anything in Larceny, but she's seen it on TV.
Okay.
So what do I need to put with? So what do I need to roll?
You would need dexterity and larceny.
Hey.
Since you're unskilled at this and you don't even have the tools for it really, get difficulty 8.
Yeah, I'm rolling 4 dice. Oh, come on. Ooh, 110. And damn it, and a 1, so I don't have anything.
Is your dex a 4?
Yeah, it is a 4.
Yeah,
so
one
success. Okay, so you are working on trying to get in the lock. Xandri isn't going anywhere without you, Trudy.
Yeah, I'll follow her.
Where are you going? Front or back?
Let's say.
You would obviously see Ben at the front entrance. He's picking a lock right now.
Yeah, I'll front will flank the door.
Okay.
And she's got her vest and also let's see, I brought an AR-15 and a Glock.
Okay.
So
All right. So Ben does a little jiggly move, and with his tools, you can hear that pop go as the door comes. Pushes the jar just a bit as the lock gets unlocked.
Swing that open. Seeing the rest of them coming, I hold it open, make sure they keep it open so it doesn't swing shut.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up my gun and have it at the ready, and I'm headed towards the person who's apparently down to see what's going on there.
Okay. When you get to the person, you can see that their throat was slashed.
Got it.
So it's like a pool of blood behind the desk.
Okay. All right. Can I tell where they went, or am I hearing any noises anywhere where I can tell where they're at in the building?
You can't make it out, but yeah, you can hear something, some sort of talking that's echoing from a room not that far away, probably down the hallway somewhere where you saw the lights.
So you're going to get to the pool where Lily's seen them, right? Wouldn't they have signs?
Yeah, they've got signs in the Y. That doesn't mean he knows that they're in the pool.
Well, that's what Lily would have texted him.
Yeah.
So Lily.
Let's see. So, where I'm hearing the voices, do I see like any signs pointed like that's also where the pool is, or is that like a totally different direction?
Yeah.
Okay. So I motion to like Trudy and whoever she's got with this, and I heading down the hall towards the voices.
Okay, so Xandri and Trudy are backing you up as you guys are going down the hallway towards the pool. Go ahead and everybody roll your dex and stealth checks. Xandria, Trudy, and Benjamin.
Thing on the outside of the building that I climb up like a fire escape.
Oh my gosh, I actually rolled well.
Nice. Okay, got 3.
Dang it, stupid ones.
Right?
Nothing.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
I know what I can do. I know what I want to do while they're doing that. I want to insert a spider under my tongue and climb.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, you got the door open.
Oh, I did get it open?
It just wasn't quiet.
Oh, well, okay. I'll wait and see how they react before I do anything.
Let's see
Okay.
let me see if they notice. Okay, you don't hear any sort of change.
Okay. So, I'm going to slip in unseen.
Okay. You've picked the lock and you have to redo your obfuscate again and
Okay.
go back in attempting to go back into hiding. Go ahead and roll.
Four.
Okay. So you go back into obfuscate. So you are closest to the pool area at this point as you are coming back in, because the hallway is that basically goes out to the court. The courts is adjacent to the pool, so you can like literally turn to your left and see the window or the windows and the doorway that lead into the pool area, which is lit. They seem to be holding some sort of sermon or something as they are starting to submerge her underwater.
Ben and say, hurry up.
Right. I holster my gun and pull out the knife, and I have that at the ready.
Okay.
And put on increasing the pace. getting to the pool.
Okay, give me another Dex and Stealth check. Difficulty 7.
One.
Well, you got something.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll also?
Yes.
Oh, 3. Okay. Oh
Okay.
wait, difficulty 7, 1.
Okay. All right. So you guys get down there. You have Sabat lore, right? Somebody has Sabat lore here?
Yeah, me.
I have the merit scholar of others for Sabat. I also have Sabat survivor merit.
Sabat Survivor.
Dale, why don't you give me a wits and occult check? Difficulty 7. Trudy and Lily, give me a wits and Sabat lore check.
If I don't have any occult, does that change my difficulty?
No.
I'm gonna spend a will for auto success on this.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I want to do the same.
2.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So then a total of 2 for me.
Oh,
2.
good job. So,
2.
what you guys are hearing is not the same thing as what you would imagine a ritual sacrifice would be like. Because those are pretty straightforward and probably be discussing amongst one another or whatnot. This sounds like an initiation.
Even fucking worse.
So you are witnessing the creation rites. They may have embraced this girl.
Damn, we're too late. And she's going to text that.
And there's the 4 of them.
There's the 4 of them and the girl that's being let down into the water.
Okay. Well, Trudy doesn't really fight roundabout, so if we're... I don't know.
Have we gotten to a location where we can see?
Yes.
Where,
You guys,
like,
respectively,
the 4 of them
you guys are at the doors at different ends of the pool.
Okay. So then we see the girl. Do we also see the founders?
Yes.
In here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not dressed like they normally are, but yes.
Got it. Okay.
Basically, they're at one side of the pool, and either one guy happens to be kind of presiding over this as they're lowering her into the water, and the others intermittently are shouting "Praise Cain."
Okay. Can I tell from where I'm at which one of them is Jefferson?
The one that's currently presiding.
Got it. How close are they to where we're at right now?
Lily's probably closer.
Okay.
So you wouldn't be able to close the distance to go hand to hand, but you could definitely shoot, obviously, at them.
Right.
So am I close enough to get him with one of my burning blades?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I want to do. And I want to go for the one that's doing the sermon.
Okay. So it sounds like we're entering combat then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wits and add your wits and dexterity and roll 1d10.
12.
Okay.
15.
Also 15.
Nice.
I know the dice like me today.
And
Do I recognize which one bit me the other night?
maybe you're still at a distance. I'll tell you what. Give me a wits and alertness check. Difficulty 8, because they're not dressed the same way either, which would have been easier for you to pick up on.
No successes and a 1. So
Okay, so no.
Okay.
It could be any of them.
Okay.
They're all in tracksuits. Oh wow. Okay. All right. So top of the round then is Dale and Shelley. Or sorry, no, it's actually just before you acted. So the doors come open, or door from where you guys are at, and Xandria ends up going full auto on the group, just laying down some gunfire on them to start the combat.
she's the one that came through the door.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like,
Ooh, nice. I mean, it's only lethal, but still.
she got jumpy.
Yeah, so she ends up opening up before they and of course it doesn't have a silencer, so it's loud as all hell now in this in the pool area of the YMCA. She ends up like you see several rounds tear into one of them before they were able to react. Just sending him backwards. It's gunfire. It's going to keep him occupied, but it's nowhere near as nice as some of the other things that other people can do. So she's contributing. So the sermon has been interrupted. Shelley and Dale.
To run up behind the one that was doing the proceedings.
All you need is one success, because
Okay,
they did not see you. So go ahead and roll your dexterity and melee.
Yeah, because I want to stab him with both my sides. So 1, 2.
Remember to take one die off your attack for your
Yeah.
secondary hand.
Yeah. He's ambidextrous, so
You still take off one die for your action though. It just means with ambidexterity you're not suffering the difficulty.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes on
Okay,
that one.
so the first one definitely hit. It's more than one.
Okay, and then let me, yeah, get rid of the other one.
You get to use the extra successes for additional damage dice.
I only do that for firearms.
Okay.
And she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again on the second.
So, boom! So she jumps in real quick and pulls that maneuver from behind, like the guy from Big Trouble in Little China, just jumps up with two sides and then.
They both do aggro, so he's got 2.
Oh, nice. Okay, so stick. So he screams out in pain as he soaks up some aggro. Dale.
Okay. Let's see. Spending a blood for celerity, and also a blood for potence.
Okay.
And then running full.
What's your
tilt.
generation?
Let's see, generation 9.
Okay, so you're good.
Yeah. And running full tilt with the knife in my hand at Jefferson. I'm like, die, fucker! And I tried to jam it. I tried to hit him in the heart with the knife.
And how many dots of celerity do you have?
3.
3. That would be so. You will have 1. So you'll be able to attack at the end of this round then.
Okay.
For your 1 celerity action, because the rest of it's going to have to be to rush up to him.
Okay.
So that's I attacked too, right? It was Jefferson.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
So suddenly, at this point, Benjamin engages and blurs just alongside the pool. And you end up seeing something fall from the rafters.
Forgot to look up.
As you end up seeing something winged drop down from the rafters from the skylight and connect with one of them and take them into the pool.
Nice.
I forgot she was here.
She would be very disappointed in Trudy if Trudy forgot.
Yeah.
Don't tell her.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And so there's like thrashing and whatnot as the water is kicking up as they are engaged in a pretty serious fight. So one of them, so Jefferson got struck. So one of them ends up, actually Jefferson. Yeah, you're the immediate threat. Okay, so he is turning to attack with his first action on Shelley, and then his end of the round, he'll have celerity actions on you. So if you are attempting to dodge, you will be 2 dice down for this attack.
Okay, and she's got lightning reflexes, so it's dexterity and athletics, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Is this the bonus round?
Not yet.
Okay.
You said I'm down 2 dice?
2 dice, yes.
Oh, okay. So I've got four successes.
Okay, so he swings mightily with some claws and catches part of your garb, but doesn't quite catch you. Just whack. Britt?
Favorite shirt too.
I'm going to move to cover and spend my turn aiming.
Ooh, okay. Somebody took a moment to read on the rules for firearms.
I was just remembering that I can pack a punch. So.
Oh yes, if you get the opportunity to aim with a firearm, it can get real nasty real quick. All right, so you take a moment. You slide over to your right. There really isn't a whole lot of cover, but there are some risers that you can duck down by, which will give you some partial cover. If for some reason somebody starts firing at you, but there's people up in their face, so that may not happen.
Mostly I just want to stay sort of out of sight.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the end of that round.
It was 12.
Yeah, so that was the end of that round. So we're at celerity actions now. So just before Dale, because your final action is going to go on Jefferson. Jefferson swings once more on Shelley. You're down another die here.
So I'm only rolling 3.
Yep.
No. Okay.
Oh, to dodge.
Yep.
Man, this is nasty.
Celerity can. That's a way that celerity can eventually get you. You can. There's only so many times you can dodge. You can keep trying, and you'll always get at least 1 die. But celerity can make you whittle that down real fast.
I can spend a willpower, can I, on dodging?
For an auto success, yes. If you want to spend. So he does hit you with the.
I got 2 this time.
Okay, so he does hit you with that one. Do you have any fortitude?
No,
Oh, okay. Owie.
but I can soak.
Not aggravated damage.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no.
Okay, so you lucked out. He caught you for 3 points of aggravated damage. Catches you right across the chest. Last attack. You're down one more die to dodge.
Okay.
4 points of ag.
He did 3.
It's not cool.
Oh, thank God. 2 10s, so that's 4.
Oh, good job. Okay, so you narrowly got out of the way of that one. Like you were probably already in kind of that matrix motion going backwards when the first one caught you, but the second one he was just a little too fast and it whiffed right above you. Benjamin, one of the actions is going against you from one of the other founders. It's actually Washington.
Okay.
So he is trying to Sparta kick you in an effort to keep you from getting too close.
Do I have the opportunity to dodge?
Yeah.
Okay.
More like, sidestep, but yeah, dodge in essence.
Right. Okay. Three successes.
Okay, so he manages to connect with you. Boom! This is a booted foot, so it's only lethal damage. So if you have fortitude, you can add that to your soak rolls.
Don't, but I am wearing my long coat peasant armor rating of 1.
Oh, okay. So if it does what if I do more than 1 damage, the code is thrashed.
Okay.
So 1.
Yeah, I totally
2,
forgot about having her
3.
letter duster.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your stamina.
Do I get to add the code or no?
Code absorbs damage. So
Oh,
go
just
ahead.
absorbs
Yeah,
damage.
go ahead and roll your stamina.
Okay.
So basically, if you don't get anything for your stamina, you're absorbing 1 no matter what.
Okay, got it. All right, just 1 success from that.
Okay, so the code is thrashed. You take a whopping 1 point of lethal.
Okay.
It does break your action, however, in getting to Jefferson.
Okay.
It doesn't take your action away. It just means he kind of kicked you with enough force that you're not able to clear him and get to Jefferson.
Okay. Can I in that instant shift my focus and try to stab this dude instead?
You sure can.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the gold here with my special and recently enchanted knife. See if I can.
I'm
save
coming
myself.
out of the booth.
Alright, let's see. And spending a will for an auto success. Okay. All right. And if I'm going for like the heart, that's difficulty 9. Is that right?
It's an increased difficulty, so it should be depends on what you have. I think you should have a 6 for your knife
Yeah.
to attack, so it should be an 8 then.
Okay.
And you're going with the stake?
With the knife
Or with the
because it's
knife, okay.
enchanted with the ag damage.
Gotcha.
Let's see what 2. Okay, so then 2. So with the willpower spend, a total of only 3 successes.
Okay, so you managed to stick him with that knife for an ag, making him burn an 8 with some green flame.
If that, okay, so then am I able to then hit him in the heart with that?
It's still only going to do the 1 aggravated damage.
Okay.
But of course, I mean, now that you're in hand-to-hand combat, you could just switch up for a stake and try and
Right.
stake him if you want.
Okay, gotcha.
Top of the round. So now, so at this point, Xandria's going to pause and aim because she's got too many people around. Doesn't want to accidentally shoot somebody. So that brings us back to Shelley and Dale.
I'm still
Bending.
gonna do a double stab again with my.
Okay.
And I am going to. I'll spend a. Yeah, he goes fast. I'm gonna spend a blood for celerity again.
Okay.
And then on Washington here, I will go ahead and swap out for a stake, and my first attack will try to be a stake.
Okay.
So rolled a 7 on the first.
Okay. And second one, -1 die.
Five on the second.
Okay. So the first one strikes. So it's another aggravated point of damage to him. Second one, however, whizzes by him, doesn't quite catch.
Okay.
Dale, go ahead and open up with your first attack on Mr. Washington.
Right. Okay. Going for the staking. Let's see. That it's only going to be, 2 successes.
Okay, let's see if he's able to get out of the way of that. Okay, roll damage. Don't forget to include your potence in your rolls. You'll have extra dice for it at least.
Yeah. Right. And then. Not too shabby. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. So you drive that bad boy into his chest, and as you do, you see him go stationary.
Yes. Sweet. I then turn my attention towards Jefferson and try to complete the distance.
Okay, so what you'll be able to do, your next couple of attacks will be able to be directed to him at the end of your round. Okay, so Britt.
Okay, so I'm going to fire at. I wasn't paying attention.
You have, I noticed.
I was reading the rules on combat.
That's okay. So you have one in the pool. Shelley is currently on one. One just went stationary.
The gay is on the one in the pool, right?
Yes, Agay is on the one in the pool, and then you've got one last one that's up, and looks like he's moving to engage elsewhere. He's making his way around the pool.
I'll fire on that last. No, because I don't want to invite. Okay, I'll fire on the one that that Ben's currently. Not Jefferson, but the one that he was working with.
Oh, okay.
Probably would have seen that I just staked that dude.
Yes.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah.
then never mind. I would have noticed that.
Yeah.
Then the next guy.
So the guy moving his way around the pool to engage.
Yeah.
Okay. This is
Okay.
Lincoln.
So I get a plus
No, he's
one.
not a founder. We've already
get a-
established this.
I was reading about the 3-round burst, which apparently has +2. It says +2 on an attack roll, right?
For damage, yeah.
But that okay for damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Okay. Difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6.
2 successes. Kind of unfortunate for all those dice.
Yeah, so you end up peppering the side of the pool, just and spackle and porcelain start flying off the walls as your rounds embed into the side of the wall.
Lame.
Sorry. There is still much thrashing going on inside the pool. All right, so their start, Jeremiah at this point, or Jefferson at this point is slashing out at Shelly. If you want to dodge, you were down 2 dice.
How many I get? Damn, I only get 1 success. Well, no, 2, including my willpower.
Okay. Make sure you're marking off that willpower.
I am. Yeah. I'm down 3.
Okay, so slashing at you again. Ouch. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So that puts me at 7 ag. I'm hurting.
Okay.
Does that put me down?
Hold on 1 second.
Pretty unbalanced.
Pretty. There's a reason why Sabat packs are really nasty. It's because they share disciplines.
Because they're dumb.
I agree. They're dumb,
Because
stupid,
they're
faces.
stupid heads and jerk faces. Ooh, that puts you at end cap.
I go down.
Yeah, so you go down. You're not dead, but any more damage, you will be.
Okay. Ben?
So he then spins around and sees that Ben is charging in on him and makes a move against Ben. Oh, that's not. He's in celerity, but that'll be next round, or at the end of the round, I should say. So now we're in celerity rounds. You have more, or you have a higher initiative than they do. Go ahead, Dale.
Okay. It'd be a dumb question, but I am in celerity rounds. Does dread gazing work
No.
in this? No. Okay.
Yep. It has to be done during basically your everyman. If you think LARP, it has to be done during your everyman second.
Okay. All right. With having potence, do my unarmed attacks, can I choose for them to do lethal damage when I'm hitting?
With potent, you're always going to do lethal damage unless you were unless you were purposely trying to hold back.
Okay, got it. Okay. Then yeah, I'm just gonna pound this guy for all he's worth here.
Okay.
With this.
With your fists.
Let's see here.
It's a fury.
That's right. Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna. No, okay. Yeah. Oh, fantastic! Oh my god. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 successes.
There for a split second, Trudy, you see there's like a spark coming off of Benjamin's hand as this like divine fury somehow manifests in him with the hope that this is all coming to an end, and he just slugs him. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Gotta get the cheeks going.
Right, yeah. Yeah, from Matrix Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Damage. 1, 2, 2. Let's see. Well, yeah, 2 damage. Because again, you don't get the extra things for the melee. So
Yeah, well,
damage
you
from
did.
that.
You didn't do. Oh, you did. But you were just punching, right?
Right.
Yeah, you did spend blood for your potence.
Right. Yeah. So then.
Otherwise, that would have been automatic.
Right. So yeah, 2 damage.
Okay,
for
so
that.
so you end up you clock him 1. So Trudy, at this point, the other guy who is racing around is diving at you with his claws extended.
So I can't take this opportunity, judging from Dale's question, I can't take this opportunity to dread gaze him.
No, you cannot.
Okay, then I'm gonna.
Yeah, he's in his celerity actions at this point. On the top of the round, when we get back to your regular actions, yes, you can.
Well, I had other plans for that. Okay, so Dex and Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
One success.
Oh, he even rolled terrible. Okay, so he managed to catch you.
I got 2 ones.
No, that's all right. However, you have fortitude, if I recall.
I do.
Go ahead and roll your fortitude. You can absorb or try and absorb part of this.
I got 1 success, but I also got a 1.
Okay. So you end up taking 3 ag. As you both kind of unceremoniously ram up against the wall that was behind you. Because his attack wasn't super graceful, and your dodge wasn't much better. So it just top of the round. So we are back to Xandria at this point. Seeing that Trudy is under attack right next to her. Oh! Let's see if he can do anything about that. Good, but not good enough. All right, so she ends up putting, because you're like not that far from her. So she just walks right up to his head and goes, da 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 da.
Love it.
Glad
Okay, so that does not put him down, but you see like parts of his head and hair and I want to just go like flying as he gets like buckled up against the side of the risers that you had been kind of using for cover. He does not look good.
Didn't look good to begin with.
He was Lincoln.
He was the bot.
You know, you've got like part of his sideburn on your chest. Yeah. So Shelley and Dale.
I'm laying there. Yep. I'm doing a really good job of acting dead.
Sweet. All right. Dread gazing this guy.
Okay.
I will spend willpower for auto success.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Right.
I believe Dreadgaze is against their willpower, or was it contested? I don't have the book pulled up just yet.
Hang on.
That is difficulty is the victim's wits plus courage.
Gotcha, that's what I thought. Okay, so it's not a contested. You're looking at difficulty 8.
Okay.
Well, he's Sabat. He's going to have a whole lot of courage.
Yeah.
Still dumb.
Oh, and good time to ask this. I don't know if this works or not. Do specialties work during using disciplines?
Specialties for what exactly?
I guess it wouldn't work here.
It depends. I
Well-
think with your occult.
Yeah. I guess that doesn't even make sense here. My charisma is smooth talker. That's obviously
Oh, yeah,
not
no,
gonna
it
work
would
here,
not work for Dreadgaze. Nothing like that, no.
Okay.
You still get the exploding dice if you roll a 10,
but- Okay.
but you don't get anything that like lowers the difficulty or anything like that.
Right. Okay. Okay, and all right. So then, with that auto success, a total of 2 successes.
All right, so you bear, your beast out at him and bury your fangs, and he bolts.
Good. Okay. Yeah, that was my action, I guess. And
So now there's 2.
right, one in the pool and the one next to you.
Yep. And one that's stiff as a
Stiff.
board.
Yep.
So that was their actions. I was thinking of who else. So, and yeah, there's still thrashing around in the water. Britt?
Alright, so I guess I'm gonna open fire on this dude. Once again. So... Now that I know that Lily's not an immediate danger. Like I was gonna go pull her out, but she's okay for now. 2, 3, 4 successes.
Oh, nice. That is going to be a hit then. Go ahead and roll damage. You're up 1 die for damage.
Okay. Oh, do I just roll the once, or do I roll, since this one is a 3-round burst, do I roll 3 times?
No, you just roll the once. But you're up that dice for damage.
Okay.
Remember, it was +2 for damage, so you have +1 because of the shot, well-placed shot, which was over his dodge, and then 2 more for the burst.
2 damage.
Dang! That's it?
Yeah.
Bummer. Okay, let's see.
These dice might...
Need to be retired.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you did some damage, but it clearly wasn't enough to put him down. He lashes out at you again. I said you're just right there. Trying to claw you. Go ahead and, if you're attempting to dodge, go ahead and try and dodge.
Four.
Oh, so not quite enough. He's able to hit you. Go ahead and roll your fortitude.
2.
Dos. Okay, so he manages to catch you right in the leg for another point. But his strike against you was nowhere near as confident as when he first started this off. Hi, little girl. He's looking in bad shape. Really? Okay. Okay. So it is. Did you burn for celerity this time, Dale?
Well, no, because
Okay.
I just doing the drug case.
Okay, so then it is top of the round then. So we are back to you and Shelly. Shelly is still laying there.
I'm dead.
Do I still see Jefferson? Is he like
He's running. He has celerity,
Yeah.
so he's already out the door.
okay? I'm rolling a die. Rolling a die.
Really sad.
Okay.
Just to see who he would go for. Okay. All right. I spin around. And am I able to? I guess I'm not able to see the one in the pool. That thrashing around is still happening there.
Yeah, it's completely distorted from whatever fight that he and Egea is having.
Okay. Do I have a clear shot if I were to pull out? Well, okay. I'm gonna spend a blood for celerity, and then pull out my gun. Do I have a clear shot at Lincoln?
You can definitely take a shot. Yeah.
Okay. I will do that with my first action here.
Okay. Yeah, because you're on the other side of the pool, so it's unless you botch, you're not going to hit either one of them.
Okay. Yeah, still 6. Good. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Oh, nice.
Cattail.
Yep. No, Hope, you cannot roll the dice. Okay, so that is a hit. You're up 2 for damage.
Sweet. Okay. Your gun does what?
Oh,
Yes.
no. Come on, baby. Hop down.
2, 3.
I never said just wait. Come on, hop down. Hop down. Hop down, little girl.
Like, no.
I got you.
3 damage.
After what you did to her this week?
I know. She still loves me, though. How much?
3 damage.
Oh, yeah, he is done. So his body ends up collapsing against you, Trudy. Hope. His body ends up collapsing against you and starts quickly decomposing. Kind of like the Nazi when he chose the cut poorly.
He chose.
He doesn't completely like turn to dust, but he like corpseifies pretty quick.
Okay. It's not my turn yet.
It's out of combat at this point.
Oh, isn't Egea still fighting the other guy?
None of you are in combat.
And we got the girl in the pool too.
Oh yeah, the girl
Who's suspended above the whole thing? Yeah.
They didn't submerge her. They didn't get to that.
No.
Okay.
They did not get to that point just yet.
Since I'm technically still in like residual celerity, my gun's aimed at the pool in case what's his face jumps out. I'm taking shots if
Sure.
is not able to stop him.
Yeah. Okay.
I was going to look around for like one of those poles that you use to clean the pool, and like basically try and poke the guy that like to, because I don't want to shoot Egea, but I if we can get them to get out of the pool, then that'll be easier, or like separate them. So I was gonna
still have the stake dude on the side of the pool too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Okay, well, I was gonna try and find something to poke the guy in the pool with.
Okay, so you're looking for the pool net,
Skipper.
which is there. That's not hard to find. It's out in the open. The girl is still suspended, above the water, about halfway down, just kind of swinging slowly back and forth. You guys don't see the guy come back up, but you see a Gaia come up with like gashes, all over the place. But she comes up.
And the guy's not moving?
Yeah, nothing
Or-
rises from the pool.
Okay. Then I'll see to her first.
Okay. So she's like looking over her body, and then she, and her shirt's like all ripped up and whatnot.
Oh, I'm gonna heal also.
Okay. Heal what?
1 ag.
1 ag. Okay.
3, you said?
3 blood and 1 willpower.
Willpower? When has it been a willpower?
It's always been a willpower.
Because it's ag.
Yep.
Don't remember hearing that rule. Okay. We got all kinds of new stuff coming up tonight.
Well, that's just me and my jerk face
Okay.
and stupid head.
Whatever.
If
Okay.
he doesn't pop up out of the pool, then before tending to Lily here, I go over to Washington, who's staked,
Mm-hmm.
and I make sure that his eyes, I stand so that his eyes are facing me,
Mm-hmm.
and Ben goes, "For all the daughters you've killed," and I keep putting rounds in his head until he starts to corpsify.
Okay, just one.
Yeah.
Yeah, after like the second one, he's toast.
Okay. Collect my stake, and then I go to see. I go over to the girl, and is she can she talk? Anything like around her face or anything? Or
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
She doesn't seem like
reacting to anything?
she doesn't really seem like she's all there. She's just kind of
Okay.
like in some sort of a daze. Like she's conscious, but just more trance-like would be probably a good way to put it.
Okay. And she doesn't look like she's injured. She's just in a daze right now, hanging there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Don't mess.
All right. And so I say out, yeah, we've got Lily down here. She's still with us, but I'm not sure how to bring her out of it.
Uh, I guess we could try. Do you think she's how is she on blood?
You have no idea, no way of telling.
But she's not in torpor, right?
No, she couldn't be because she took all ag.
She's in cap.
She would be dead if she got to that point.
Right. Right.
So if she wants to spend a willpower point and 3 blood, she can heal 1 aggravated damage right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I was gonna say we could feed her, but she could theoretically just spend her own and not
So
have to be.
I'm kneeling down to Lily right now then to
Mhm.
see if she can snap. I'm like, you got to pull yourself out if you can. Can you do it?
Yeah, she finally opens her eyes and looks at Ben. Did you kick his ass?
Jefferson ran. The other 3 are down.
How did Jefferson get out?
I had to dread gaze him to make sure he wouldn't destroy you or me. Then he ran.
Is everyone else okay?
Looking around. You two all right over there?
No worse for the wear.
And the girl?
She's not all there.
She seems okay. She's just dangling there.
They didn't
One of her
embrace her, did
friends.
they?
It's you won't be able to tell from here, and with all the gunfire, you're going to have to bail here before the police come, because this was really loud.
Looking in the pool, do I see if the body in there has turned to ash and is like floating apart in the pool? Or what's going on?
No, but it's definitely an old-looking corpse.
Okay. Okay. Like, I guess can I tell then if he's like dead, like he has corpseified, or
Oh, yeah.
would I have to go in? Okay.
No, he is very dead.
Okay. Can I tell which one that one was? This wasn't Jefferson, Lincoln, or Washington. What would that be then?
Would be Jackson.
Jackson. Okay. All right. Can you, the cops get here? I mean, there's gonna be that dead body down there, and
We should fish him out, take him with us, dispose of it.
Her. You gonna leave her?
we've got to take her with. See if we can undo what's been done.
Why don't you take her? I'll start getting my people on cleanup duty.
Right.
Pick myself up off the ground. Help as much as I can.
We'll work on trying to get the girl down.
Okay.
And we'll get the dude out of the pool.
So as soon as you start working on getting the girl down, you do it rapidly without willing yourself to do so. Like you didn't spend any blood or anything of that nature. Just all of a sudden, everything sped up around you like you were at a higher frame rate. You know, video speed. You're just like you spun and got her down.
Wow. Okay.
Nobody else moved at that speed, but you did.
Right. Okay.
Oh, celerity is a wonderful thing.
It wasn't celerity.
I know.
That was strange. I'm looking at the girl then to see now that she's up close. Can I tell what's going on with her at all?
No, she's just out of it. You would need to get her to a doctor or something to find out, like if they put her on drugs or if she was just mesmerized or something.
Okay, and she's like just in a trance, like looking far off.
Yeah. She's just not there. And she's alive and whatnot, but you snap your fingers, unresponsive, that sort of thing. That's where we're going to go ahead and stop there for tonight, since we put in a solid 3 hours of gaming. So
I'm gonna make a point. You may not be able to take her to regular hospital, but maybe that shrink in town might be
Right.
useful.
Right. See what we can do. Both of you. Thank you.
We'll get him.
So, like I said, so with that, we'll go ahead and stop. The next game would be the 18th.
Have all 10 digits this time.
What's that?
I have all 10 digits.
It should be good.
Yeah, so next game will be on the 18th. And then tomorrow is our Marvel Superheroes game. Starting at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will see what happens in the aftermath of the War for the Streets. So, and just see how bad Tony Pope rakes you guys over the coals on hardcore.
I hope I'm able to. I'm starting to feel it. My finger's starting to throb.
No.
Ouch.
Time for drugs.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream here. Thank you guys for watching, and for those of you who watched the upload, and you guys have a good night. Good night.
Bye.